This is the pdfToolbox JavaScript variable editor. And here is where, for imposition configurations or for JavaScript variables, and in a couple of other places, you can type your own JavaScript. And of course, because you're inside of pdfToolbox, there are links between the JavaScript environment here and pdfToolbox. pdfToolbox gives you some of its own objects and things that you can use in your JavaScript. What help is available when you write JavaScript? Well, the first thing is there is something called syntax completion. So I can type app. App is the main object that pdfToolbox makes available to your JavaScript. And then it will show me all the things under there. And if I know something by heart, I can continue typing and maybe say app.doc, and that shows me what the properties are that are available in the document. And so I could go to app.doc.numPages, which is the number of pages in the current PDF document, and insert that into the editor. So that's the first thing, and it's very easy. But most of the additional help systems are hidden behind this little I button. And when I click that, let me zoom in a little bit. When I click that, you can see that there is JavaScript help, and that's just a link to the JavaScript documentation page. So you should definitely check that out. And then there are three menu items that we're going to explore a little bit. The first one is this insert JavaScript objects. And let me select that one. And what that does is it shows me a dialog. And in that dialog, I have what I also have in the syntax completion, but now I can search in it much more easily. So this is what it normally looks like when I'm not searching, and now I can say I'm interested in the trim box, for example. And you can see that there is something called app.doc.pages.trimbox, and there is also an effective trim box. And the explanation, the comment that you have, explains every time what that particular property is. So that is very helpful, and when I found what I want, I can just double click it and it inserts it into the JavaScript where my cursor was essentially. The other thing that I can do is in a JavaScript variable, I can use simple variables. What does that mean? Well, it means that if I run a profile, from the outside, I can pass simple variables. I could, for example, say the order that I received has a certain number of pages that is required, or it expects a certain trim box width and height. I can pass that information into pdfToolbox. And in my JavaScript, I can look at those variables, at that information that comes in. How do I do that? Well, again, I have a dialog, and that dialog, let me zoom in again, that dialog shows you all of the variables in the current library. And so here I can see that there is a check somewhere that uses a simple variable called trimbox width and a simple variable called trimbox height, and I can now insert them into my JavaScript, and that becomes app.vars.trimboxwidth. So you don't really have to remember what these variables are called. As long as they are defined in your current library, you're able to just insert them by using this insert variables option. And then the last option is snippets. And snippets, it comes with some predefined snippets, but it also allows you to save your own snippets. So your own little pieces of JavaScript that you think you're going to use over and over again. You just write them, you insert them into this snippet library, and then you can insert them whenever you want to insert them by going into the I menu and inserting the JavaScript snippet that you want. There are some built-in snippets, again, syntax completion. So if I just type for, then I have a for snippet here, and if I select that, let me zoom in, I get a for loop that you can now modify and adjust to what you need. So, in summary, reading the documentation is very good, but there are a number of help methods that are implemented in this I button on the right-hand side of the JavaScript editor that can help you a lot so that you don't have to remember everything, but you just get a nice dialog that you can search in.